Good evening, love bugs. So, because I know that while I'll say try to hold off on any new relationships before or around Valentine's Day because it typically doesn't go well, I know that, loneliness is a thing and you're still going to be trying to look. So, to kind of help you guys out so that you're not tripping on your face hard later, tonight we're going to do an all 12 zodiac signs for you love seekers on whether or not you will find love before the spring equinox. That's March 20th, 21st range for those of you that aren't sure. What's holding you back from finding that love so that we can kind of speed things up a little bit for you, and what's going to help you find that love. So, going to be going in order. So if you're not sure on where your zodiac sign is, definitely make sure that you are kind of watching the dates. I do also have them all listed in the description. But I also highly recommend before we get started that you listen to not just your sun sign, but if you happen to know your moon and your rising, those are going to be super helpful as well. If you don't, feel free to send me a DM on either Facebook or Instagram, whichever you prefer, and I do offer birth charts as well. But without further ado, let's get started. Aries, you're the first in the hot seat. All right, Aries folks. So it looks like you're in a solid maybe area on whether or not you're going to find love by the spring equinox. The thing that's holding you back, we have an upright star. Your over-optimism is kind of giving you some not-so-realistic ideas right now on whether or not you will. Which, hey, I love the optimism, truly do. But make sure that you're being realistic about what kind of a person you're looking for and what kind of a new relationship that you would like to have. The thing that's going to help you is get your confidence back up. Start owning the rooms again. Because the thing is while all that optimism is great, they're not going to see you if you're hiding in the back of the room just kind of scanning the area. So let's make this sideways into a yes you will by watching how optimistic you are on the kind of relationship you're looking for and the kind of partner you want, and making sure that you build that self-confidence back up in yourself. Taurus, you're up next. Alright, my Taurus people, so it definitely looks like yes, you will, but it's going to be fraught with some crazy troubles. Okay, we've got an upright 5 of Wands. There's going to be all sorts of fighting and not exactly all the awesomeness that you'd probably like in this relationship. And a lot of what's holding you back from being able to not only make sure you're finding a healthy relationship, but a good relationship in general, are the things that you've got holding you back right now. You've got a lot of unhealthy attachments that you need to address. This could be an unhealthy attachment to drugs, alcohol, an unhealthy attachment to a person that you know is no good for you. Address this unhealthy attachment because they are doing nothing but causing more issues. And the thing that's going to help you is realizing that, yeah, you are very successful and you have probably been able to find quite a few people that look like great prospective partners, but it seems like you're forgetting that some of the work still needs done. So, my Taurus friends, be careful of what you're rushing into because it definitely looks like no good. Alright, Geminis. So it definitely looks like a solid maybe, and that this relationship could be an absolute excellent one for you with it being a sideways 10 of Cups. But here is the thing that you need to watch out for. You've kind of built yourself a bit of a fear box. What's going on that you are terrified of happening? Is it that you're worried about another floppy relationship? Are you worried that you're going to be too much? Address these fears. And the thing that's going to help you is, typically this tells me that you need to stop listening to your intuition. In this case, I'm feeling more like you need to get out of your head. You are so deep in there that you are missing all of the things around you. And I want to say that what's got you so deep in your head are these fears. So the sooner that you address these two things, I would say that this is going to turn into a this. Best of luck, Geminis, because this looks like an excellent time. Alright, my love-seeking Cancers, it looks like we have a couple of repeat visitors here as far as cards. You will find love by the Spring Equinox, but much like our other guys, it's looking like it's going to be more of a troublesome love than a peaceful one. And again, much like the other guys, it looks like you've got some unhealthy attachments to let go of. What's going on here? Is it an unhealthy attachment to a person? Is it an unhealthy attachment to a situation that you know that you need to get yourself out of? Whatever this is, it is time to jump out. And the thing that's going to help you is realizing some optimism in your life. You can get out of this situation. You do deserve a healthy relationship because this is not, no. Whatever love that you'll find by Ostara, if you don't try and work on getting some optimism back in that mindset and breaking out of this bad situation, you'll find that new love, but it will not be any level good. Next up in the hot seat is our Leo love seekers. Alright, my proud little Leos, it looks like, yes, you will most definitely find a great love by Ostara, the Spring Equinox. But these two came out together when I was looking for what's holding you back and your helper. So what's holding you back is apparently a very, very unbalanced close relationship. This could be a best friend, a co-worker, a business partner. There's somebody in your life that you are very close to, either as a best friend or a co-worker, that it's not a good and healthy relationship for you. And the thing that's going to help you get to this love is quite literally, it looks like addressing this situation right here, because we have a reverse death card. Usually this means that you're holding yourself back from a new chapter. And my gut tells me that it has a lot to do with this unhealthy close relationship here. So either address it, end it, whatever you need to do. Get this sucker squared away so that you can get to that new chapter, which would be our love for the springtime coming. Take it or leave it, Leos, but call me crazy, you'd be absolutely bonkers not to get this squared away to have this excellent thing happen, because they're going to be meeting you on all kinds of mental levels. Alright, my beautiful Virgos, and Virgos are near and dear to me with how many I have in my household. You will most definitely find something amazing by the Spring Equinox. But there's a couple things I want you to make sure that you are watching out for, and the thing that's holding you back is you seem to have a pretty unrealistic idea of the perfect partner and relationship. I would start kind of looking a little deeper into yourself and trying to figure out what is it that you really want from a relationship and a new person in your life. Or do you really just want the gold-plated beauty that's going to end up being just a bunch of tin later? And the thing that's going to help you out is we have an upright Six of Wands. So that's telling me that you need to have a little more confidence in yourself. You do deserve a good partner. You do deserve a healthy relationship. Heck, you deserve all the happy things. Let yourself have them and celebrate the wins that you've already accomplished, that you know that you have in growing as a person and making yourself the greatest partner you could be. Next up in the hot seat is our scaly Libras. Alright, my Libra friends, much like some of the other guys, you will find love by the Spring Equinox. But here's a couple things to keep in mind. One, beware of your choices, okay? Because just because they seem absolutely fabulous, keep in mind, Because with this right here, that's telling me it might be an ex that you might be considering on going back to. And the thing holding you back is you feel like something is incomplete. It's almost there. Our world card is all about completion or going off the rails and not having it actually end up the way that you thought it would. Somehow, all this is telling me that is screaming ex-partner energy. And while, hey, I'll never tell you not to, I will ask you to heavily consider it because you do have options. That chapter was probably feeling unfinished for a reason. But the thing that I can help you out the most with is this card right here. Ask yourself, what are you still healing from? What do you need to heal from? And what do you need to let go of? If it is an ex, I maintain, keep in mind on why they're an ex. Next one in the hot seat is our fun little Scorpios. Well, Scorpios, as far as love readings, y'all take the cake so far on this one because, yes, you will find someone by the Spring Equinox and they are definitely going to be changing your life in a lot of ways because that is the Wheel of Fortune right there. But the thing holding you back is we've got a reverse Four of Wands. What's going on in your family and this could be blood family or the family you've made, what's going on there that it is all kinds of skeudles? There is something going on in that area that you definitely need to address yesterday. But the helperness is you need to remember that you've got all the tools for being a fabulous partner and making a relationship work. So whatever's going on here, like I said, address it yesterday because you got something amazing coming soon. But our next victim is my fellow Sagittarians. Let's see what we've got for you guys. Alright, my fellow Sagittarians, don't kill the messenger. But if you do find a love by the Spring Equinox, it doesn't look like it's going to be a good one. Quite honestly, it definitely looks like the kind of relationship that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, let alone my followers. But a way to kind of help this kind of change a little bit into something hopefully a lot better is the thing holding you back is we've got a lot of teamwork energy rocking on here. You've got some friends that you might need to spend a little more time with and more importantly start working a little more with because typically you guys are doing great, but is there a possibility that you're not spending enough time with them or not giving them enough attention because you're too busy either working or going on that next adventure or trying out that new technique that you learned about? I know I'm just as guilty of it sometimes, so absolutely no judgment. But the reason why I say there's a lot of teamwork energy here is I'd say once you address that, the thing holding you back with your friends, you're going to actually have some people that are going to help you hopefully avoid that nasty energy and maybe even help turn this into a you found your forever person. Talk with your friends. Hang out with them a little bit more. See what they've got to say about all this. They might be leading you in the right direction, help you find your forever person. Next up is our Capricorns. Let's see what you goats got. Alright, my Capricorn buddies, so it definitely looks like you will definitely be finding someone by the Spring Equinox, and they're going to be throwing your perspective for a loop in probably all the most healthy of ways possible in every level. But the thing holding you back from finding this person right now is you've apparently got a few lessons in your past that you've kind of forgotten. This could be lessons in love, life, career. There's something that you've kind of left in the background that you probably should have kept with you as far as lessons that life has taught you. And the thing that's going to help you out is, ironically, kind of goes along with lessons. We've got a reverse Eight of Coins telling me that while you are typically a hard worker, being a Capricorn, you guys are known for hard worker syndrome. maybe it's time to relax a little bit and just let things flow. Stop micromanaging all the time. I feel your pain. I've got like 9 points in my chart in Capricorn, so micromanagement is almost the name of the game. But take a few hundred steps back and relax a little bit. And let this person find you and give you all those new ideas and perspectives that you're probably dying to jump into or didn't even realize you were missing. Next up is our Aquarius folk, you water people. Well, ironically, water bears that are an air sign. Let's see what you got. Well, my Aquarius people, I honestly don't know if I could ask for a better reading for you guys, because you will most definitely find a fabulous person. They're going to have their emotions pretty well together, and even better, they're going to be a nurturing influence in your life. Go you! But keep in mind that the thing holding you back from finding this person a little faster than the spring equinox is, I'm kind of wondering if you're not straying a little too far away from tradition. And by that, I mean, what are some old school love mindsets that sound pretty to you, but almost, I don't want to say useless, but believe it or not, some of those traditional mindsets aren't necessarily the worst thing to kind of incorporate. And this is coming from someone who rebels against almost everything. Kind of take a step back and ask yourself, what traditional mindsets and relationships should you kind of try to revisit and see if they aren't actually the reason that past ones failed? And all because you chose not to use them. But the thing that's going to help you out is talk to your buddies. These people right here in your Three of Wands group are your best friends who know you, know how you are, and more importantly, you'll actually listen to their advice this time. Ask them what they think as far as how you've been in past relationships so that you can be your absolute best for this amazing person coming your way. Because their soul is beautiful. And last but not least, let's check out our fishy Pisces. What do you guys have for helping you find love before the spring equinox? Well, Pisces folks, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but while I'm praying that this is actually a no, worst case scenario, if you do find a person by the spring equinox, my God, I don't even want to think about what kind of horrors you're going to be dealing with, because this is just screaming narcissistic, me kind of energy. Think of that popular girl in high school that didn't realize that nobody liked her type narcissistic energy, okay? Like I said, best case scenario, that's no, but worst case, that's the kind of person you're looking at probably running into by the spring equinox if you're on the search for love. And the thing that's holding you back is, while typically the World Upright is an excellent card, in this case, it's actually what's holding you back. You seem to think that you've already accomplished everything. You have achieved all of the goals. When in reality, there's probably a few you're still working on, because I'm sorry, my darling, you are not perfect. And the thing that's actually going to help you out is something that you probably haven't even realized that you're still clinging on to. This is screaming at me with this reverse Two of Cups. Either you've got an ex that you are holding on to and you just won't let go of in your head and realize that they were no good for you, or worse. Are you jumping from situationship to situationship to situationship and not even caring? I would stop that yesterday, because it's obviously not leading to anything good for you other than maybe an occasional ego stroke. So I am sorry, my Pisces darlings, but you definitely want to take a few steps back and check into these things. And all my best wishes, if I'll be perfectly honest. Well, darlings, while I know that those readings weren't all sunshine and daisies, and for a few of you, I'm happy that they were. For the others, I do apologize, but the cards are what they come out. If you've seen my previous readings, you know I only ever grab the jumpers. That being said, if anyone, regardless of what cards you got, would like a more in-depth reading as far as finding love by the Spring Equinox, definitely get a hold of me, either with the scheduler link in the bio, or send me a direct message on Facebook or Instagram. Dealer's choice, and I am all too happy to get that set up for you. Final option, though, is next Wednesday is my next live tarot reading right here on YouTube. Just jump in the queue, and I am happy to get started right there as well. But until next time, have a fabulous evening. Definitely remember the lessons that you learned tonight and work on those things that were the Help You Helper cards for you. Again, I recommend looking at your sun, moon, and rising signs, provided you know all three. And I look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow for a heart clarity spread where whether you are single or coupled, we're going to look at ways to make sure that you are using your heart to see clearly and not just using the rose-colored glasses. Have a fabulous night.